Welcome back. The Kremlin says peace talks with Ukraine are currently impossible. Russia says Ukraine rejected negotiations, that military operations will continue. Now Ukraine is bracing for a fresh wave of attacks, specifically on its energy grid. ABC's Inez de la Quatara is in Kyiv with the latest. Inez, according to the UN, 250,000 people remain in the city of Mykolaiv, completely cut off from water and other essential services. So how are they working around this? How is Ukraine trying to protect people from this from this fallout?
Hey, Diane, yeah, and I mean, that is the situation around the country. Growing concerns that Russia could continue to zero in on Ukraine's power grid, leaving millions without power, without heating, and without water in some cases. So in response, Ukrainians are setting up warming shelters, heating shelters, so-called points of invincibility. That's what they're being called. That gives you a sense of the Ukrainian spirit. And we are actually at one of those heating shelters right now here in Kyiv, at Kyiv's main railway station. They're calling this place a fortress of invincibility. So I want to give you a sense of what it looks like. They've actually brought in tons and tons of furnaces, wood-burning furnaces to keep people warm. They've also taped up the windows over here to keep the cold out. And in some cases over here, they are making tea. So the idea is that these shelters are places for people to come to stay warm, to charge their phones should they need to. They also have Wi-Fi access. Not a whole lot of people here at this time right now because a lot of the power has been restored. But the thinking is that as Russia continues to target Ukraine's power grid, these places will come in handy. They're being set up all around the country. In some cases, residents are setting up their own warming shelters. We were out in Bucha this morning, a suburb of Kyiv, where in one community, residents are building their own warming shelter. And one resident telling us that she feels that Putin weaponizing winter is actually uniting Ukrainians in their resolve to get through winter and to win this war. Diane.
So, Inez, what's the latest on the potential for peace talks? Because Russia's making it sound like they hit a dead end with Ukraine, but there was also some reporting that Russia and the U.S. had created a communications channel. So what can you tell us about that?
That's right. Yeah. So Russia this morning, the Kremlin spokesman saying that peace talks are impossible. He is putting the blame fully on Ukraine, saying it's because Ukraine is rejecting their proposals. But you're right. An interesting other little nugget there with the U.S. charge d'affaires in Moscow saying that a communications line had been set up between the U.S. and Russia to discuss risk management, specifically nuclear risk management. She said that that was the reason there was a meeting set up recently between CIA Director Burns and his Russian counterpart to discuss nuclear risk management, that they did not discuss resolving the Ukrainian conflict. But some reporting out today that that line of communications has actually only been used once, and that Russia has also postponed planned nuclear arms control talks with the U.S.
All right, Inez de la Quatara in Kyiv for us. Thanks, Inez.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.